Okay. All right. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Because we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons today. We're back with Assault on Ravenloft. This is the third episode of the second season. And I do want to come back and visit those characters who um, found themselves inadvertently inside Castle Ravenloft. It's a little scary. It's a little scary. They didn't know that's where they're gonna end up, and then they saw big bad boy, even big bad boy, and he's very angry. He's very angry. They did also see a hot faced 15-year-old kid, but he wasn't as scary. But the big guy, he's very scary. But you guys already fought a big bad guy, and that was very impressive. And none of you died, even, which is even more impressive. Um, but you are locked inside of a vault, and that's not very impressive. So we'll have to see what you want to do about that today. Xander, are you Xander? You good? Yeah? No. Waiting on Xander. Okay. Xander.
Isn't he just getting his laundry?
It's right there. But he's are you Xander? You good? Hey.
Okay.
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 Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm glad you're back. Because it's time for the round robin. During the round robin, we do four distinct things. The first thing we do is introduce ourselves. The second thing we do is share with one another in the world our pronouns. The third thing we do is introduce our characters. And then the fourth and final thing is offer a vivid aesthetic description of our characters so that everyone may hold in their brain holes these beautiful characters that you've created. You see, I like to vividly hallucinate with my friends on the internet for 2 to 3 hours at a time, 6 days a week, often multiple times a day. And, well, today is no different. So, Xander, would you like to take it away and show the folks at home how it's done?
Sure. Hey there, I'm Xander, he, him pronouns. Tonight I'll be playing Neris and Clover, your favorite little slutty, um, holy woman, quote unquote, quote unquote, quote unquote, quote unquote. Um, oh, she's not wearing her armor anymore. That got dispelled by Big Daddy. Very sad.
It was actually Uncle Big Eye.
Oh, it was Uncle Big Eye. Uncle
Yeah,
Big Eye.
yeah.
Uncle Bad Touch. Um, She's now, I guess, currently wearing like covered in rat vor, of course, because armor can only protect and keep out so much liquid. Um, you would see white linens around chest, arms, and undershirt area. Now, obviously, reddened with rat vor. Some lovely turquoise
Okay,
appendages all
I have
around
to
her,
stop you. I have to stop you.
covered
It's
in rat
it's
vor.
it's rat gore because rat vor is when you put the whole rat in your mouth. That's a different thing. Ichor might
It
be
can
the
be both.
word. It's, I mean, unless you're putting the whole rat in your mouth, then it's just gore or ichor. Rat vor is a different thing. We don't do that on this channel.
He said, "You pay me extra for that."
Not this. No. Well, yes, you got to do the Patreon or the OnlyFans.
Gore.
There we go.
Only one vor was in there.
Yeah.
The helmet just kind of chewed it up.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of turquoise, lots of white, some gourd adornments along the sides, and she's forever on a quest to kill Dad. Never seen.
Yeah. Very nice. Now change your background to Narcine so we could all look at them titties. Crowman, Rob, take it away and show us how it's done.
Well, hello. I'm Rob Crowman. I go by he, him, and well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna be playing Nolan Marek today once again,
Woo!
and the sailor, monk sorcerer dedicated to mastering his draconic heritage and his way with his monastic traditions. A big focus on lining his dragon heritage as well of a bronze dragon, but now he's not a sailor of the sea. He's not a sailor of the sky with his big flying ship, and also, well, he is now stuck with this band of mostly undead traveling Vorovia, or at the very least towards Vorovia. Depends on which part we are in.
One can only hope.
And well, mostly clad in blue, black, and maybe a little bit of white. He just strolls forward and hope he can find a way to come out of this alive. And maybe without any more missing limbs, because he already has a metal arm, because he already has one arm cut off.
Yeah, happens to the best of us. Cool. Thanks, Crowman.
Mm-hmm.
Ativa, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hi, I'm Ativa Panic. That's pronouns. Today I will be playing Svetlana. Also, am I playing OG Svetlana still?
No, and we'll get to why in just a minute.
Okay, so I'll have to pull up a different character sheet. But Svetlana is a lycanthropic dampier. She started out her life as a simple country lycan folk. Had a very nice life until she made the mistake of falling in love with Strahd. And he fucked her over big time. Now she is a dampier who is just wrought with bitterness and regret, and she deals with this by being extremely provocative and chaotic. So you often will find her wearing very little clothing, just enough to cover, the spicy bits. She's also covered in scars because when she heals, her wounds still show from being scars. So currently, she's got some scars on her neck from being bitten so fucking much by Strahd. She also has a giant scar in the middle of her chest where Strahd reached in and grabbed her heart. Basically, that's what happened, right?
Yeah. He literally pulled her heart out of her chest.
Yeah, literally pulled her heart out of her chest.
When he banished her from Castle Ravenloft.
Yes. She usually is wearing dark clothing. Currently, I am working on a drawing that I should have ready by next week of what she looks like. Should be fun. I think that's it. Did I miss anything?
17-inch platform heels.
Oh yeah. She's 6'5", but often can be found wearing 17-inch platform heels, no matter what situation she's in, whether she's fighting, running, sleeping. She always wears her heels. They make her feel powerful.
It's understandable. Same.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Ativa. Mr. Jimbo.
Hello, I am Mr. Jimbo. He, him pronouns. Today I will be playing Zero, the Avatar of Death. Let's see, they didn't have that part ready. Hi. So Zero stands exactly 5 foot tall. As mandated, Zero wears all black, a cloak and a pair of black knickerbockers held up by suspenders. They dislike wearing shoes of any kind or any other clothes. It is of importance to note the amulet of the Mistress of Darkness, the Raven Queen herself, that is embedded into their chest. And the skull they wear is a mask, which looks like that of a shrunken Tarrasque. Black curls sneak out from here and there under their hood in the mask, and Zero's eyes are the darkness of an empty eternity.
So good. Thanks, Jimbo. Mm-hmm. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. John.
Hi, I'm John, he, him. Am I introducing Camden or Adele or both?
It's going to be Adele today.
Okay. Adele Adeldrilda Commonheart is a formerly human, now undead warlock fighter. She wears all black, is approximately 5 feet tall with platinum blonde hair and blue eyes. You may see her shapeshift between that of a 13-year-old girl and a 20-something since she was murdered and died when she was 13. She carries a black longsword that drips black as if it were liquid. And she likes to summon little friends that do a lot of nasty things, and that's Adele.
Lovely. Do you have a friend summoned right now? I feel like there was a Big Bird Boy.
Tanner Rook?
Could be Tanner. No, I thought you had a what are they called? Brock.
I don't think so. I think it was Tanner Rook.
Okay, very good. Rob, yes.
I think you said it was dispelled by Uncle Big Eye, but
yeah, that 90-foot magic cone in a consolidated space really does have quite the effect. Yeah, so no current summon then. That makes sense. Dope. Thanks, Crowman. Appreciate that. Good looking out. Beautiful. Uh-oh. Pour some sugar on me there, Xander. Yeah. Beautiful. That just leaves me. DMing Hadley. He, him pronouns here for about 60% of your DMing needs. So we begin in abject darkness. And as we pan out, can see that your party is still here, rifling through the goods stored many centuries ago, before the citadel of Gardesi fell. And each of you should have gotten some sort of either magical armor or +1 weapon, depending. There was a crate of very finely crafted magical goods that had
we ever
been.
decide on those?
No, and so we're going to take just a second as we sort of set up camp here. I'm going to do something you rarely get to hear me say, and that is we are going to begin with a long rest. Yes,
Whoa.
correct.
How long has it been?
Yeah, how was everybody feeling there?
Is it 80 out of 134?
That's not
34 hit points out of 142.
Okay.
13 out of 124.
That's you got blasted pretty good there at the end.
Yeah, I think I was at like 57 out of 150 something as well, but I'm looking at a different character sheet now, so I can't be sure.
Sure.
I was like
got
at full,
saved.
I was basically at half health.
That's not bad.
When it reads off all the things I'll recover, it's like 108 hit points, 6 hit dice, 2 pack magic slots, action surge, combat superiority, second wind, form of dread.
Cool. This is good. This is why I like the campaign settings a little bit better, because I think it's more appropriate for the demands on your characters than something short and sweet.
Flexes her 6-pack.
Yeah.
Rested.
And I'd like to take a second. I said this was going to be a little RP heavy session. I would like to take a moment. Like I said, you guys are locked in a vault here currently, and you look over and you see Jawan, and he is really thoroughly inspecting and taking stock of everything that's in all of these crates, whether it was like how many barrels of water there were initially, and how much money did they keep, and he's trying to do math for like how much does he think that is versus like how much wealth there could have been in here had the rest of the citadel not been looted over the last few centuries. And he's just sort of going mindfully from crate to crate and inspecting things, and he's sort of just looking over everybody's shoulder about like I think Sveta, she picked up a couple of +1 daggers, if I recall, and sort of just making notes for all of those things. And he picks out a very nice rapier that has a polished silver guard on it, just these beautiful swirls, and like mirror finish on that. The blade looks damask in make. And has a very nice ebony scabbard, and he puts that on and seems to be very pleased with himself.
I think at the sight of this, Svetlana would start laughing at him. Like, when are you ever going to use that? You don't fight. All I ever see you do is hide.
Yeah, he pulls out the rapier and goes into like a fencing pose and looks as ridiculous as you assume him to be. He's a little softer in the body. He's obviously not moving with grace or precision. He almost stumbles over his own feet as he sort of thrusts and pretends to parry with this blade.
Another will say, remember, 1 foot to the side, the other pointing up front.
And he stops and he looks down and he sort of tries to adjust his footing, and he looks to you like quizzically, like this.
Don't
like
get an erection.
Don't listen to it.
He drops. He's still holding the sword, but he drops his arm to the side, and looks just a little frustrated and disheartened.
And seeing this, Svetlana walks up to him and, like, in a very nurturing way, is like, no, darling, look, like this. And, like, will step behind him and kind of adjust his body in the position that Nola is telling him to stand in. Just like that.
As you do that, he looks angrily at Narasine, and adjusts his tunic before getting back into position.
I'm pointing.
And
not saying anything, just pointing.
And he tries as hard as he can to ignore that insightful banter, but he after a little bit of time doing this, he sort of looks over his shoulder and says, "I never was one for the sword," and he sheaths his rapier and continues to rummage around. Ultimately, he finds a chain shirt that he doffs his tunic and throws this chain shirt on and puts his tunic back on and cinches it back in place. And he looks around to each of you. Besides the +1 daggers that Svetlana got, was there anything that any of you, I mean, these are going to be uncommon items.
Is it gonna be any uncommon item?
What do you want?
I want gloves of thievery. I'm gonna become the most pickpocketed.
Roll me a d20.
Come on. Should I use? I'm gonna use a real d20 for this. This is important.
Gotta make it real, baby. It's real.
I've never actually rolled these dice for a game. Just lots of weed all over the inside of the bag.
I mean, those do go together very well.
Yes, this is a d20. Yes. All right, come on.
It's not a spin down counter, right? Okay, just want to check.
A 2.
not so much.
Do I have luck points? Did I take the lucky feat?
I don't
Let me
think
see.
so. It wouldn't matter because this is not a check. This is me asking you to roll a 20. Yeah, not so much. Mostly it's going to be arms and armor. Yeah, nothing really ridiculous here. Although you do see Joan, he grabs another dagger and puts that onto the belt with his rapier. And he also grabs a short sword, which he tucks into his backpack. That seems to be a very fine make. You're not quite sure if that one has any magic attached to it, but it is obviously very keenly made. And he looks over and he grabs a couple fistfuls of platinum and a couple fistfuls of gold, and puts them in a pouch on his belt, and then moves some smaller change into a pocket on his tunic. And he sits down and he produces a pan flute and he begins to play a slow and somewhat melancholy song. Yes, John.
So Adele was looking for armor. Of interest is just adamantine half plate. It's not common.
Yeah, if it's regular uncommon arms and armor, you can certainly find that. It would make sense for them to have something like that. You see a really beautiful chromed almost blue metal, and it rings like crystal as one of the swords falls against it. It has this beautiful sound. Did you want to roll an investigation check for some dank weed?
Yes, please.
Roll me an investigation check.
After trying to adjust Joan's fighting style there and grabbing those daggers and whatnot, I would like to just like grab as much gold slash platinum as I could carry
Oh
Okay.
yes, that as well.
without overbearing my weight. I will, and then I also am gonna take a break from looking at all the gear that is distracting everyone and start inspecting the door, because I become very aware of the fact that we are trapped in this place and it's dark and doesn't seem to be an exit.
Yeah. Narasine, do you have something on that too?
14.
For your investigation check?
Oh, for my marijuana, yes.
Yeah, okay. So as you look through, you find some pouches with what look like tobacco in it. It's obviously blended with other items, other stuff. It is dry and crispy, and almost lifeless. It's stale. And roll me a nature check.
I love that you're making me do everything I don't have proficiency in and have a -2.
You're
That's
the
a
one
17
doing it.
minus
I'm not in
1.
charge of
16.
you. Yeah, as you look in, you see there are obvious little thin strips of tobacco, which are crispy and falling apart. There's also a very strong aroma of clove. And there's a powdery substance, and at first you're not quite sure what it is.
Skooma.
And as you start to rub it between your fingers, it turns sort of an ashen black color. And as you smell it, it smells like some very strong mushrooms.
Into a pocket.
Yeah.
All of it. And then,
yeah, there's 4 leather pouches. There's also a clay pipe and a meerschaum pipe and
I'll take those.
yeah. As to money, as if it means anything. The I think I gave you a total. I think it was about 50,000 gold worth of gold and platinum. So I think it'd be pretty easy for you guys to just take 10,000 apiece. And we'll consider that as much as each of you
Oh
can
my god.
carry.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, good fucking luck spending it, but okay. I mean, I guess it holds some sort of value. Currency in Ravenloft. Okay.
Hey, there might be people who can be bribed in this land, okay?
There might be. There might be.
Hadley, can I retcon my magic item choice next?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Or I found a more interesting flavor item than just armor. +1 hooked short spear is a hooked short spear that people never use, but you can trip people without having to be like a battle master fighter with trick.
Yeah, I like that. I used to play at Kenku with a hooked spear, and it was great because essentially it had the sentinel feet attached to it, where if you
so you could trip.
You could trip or you could grapple with it. So essentially, it was a spear with like 2 metal hooks.
I remember you telling me about that.
So fucking dope! I love that weapon.
Since she's such an acrobatic fighter, I think the imagery of her spinning it and tripping people is pretty awesome.
Love it. And it's +1, right?
It's +1.
Right. Yes, Croman.
Personally, Noel is not gonna take anything because he already has all the magic items that he personally needs. He doesn't use armor. He doesn't use weapons. So the only thing he's gonna do is he's gonna have his fistfuls of platinum and gold.
Okay.
And other than that, he's gonna decide to go ahead and talk with Zero, who, if I remember correctly, was rather distraught last time.
Yeah, I think during all of this time, Zero's been looking at the Avenger card, and he pulled out the Pyramid card too that he had. And he's curious as to why these are coming to him. And then I believe just before we left, Nearcene also offered the 2 coins to Zero.
Yeah.
I think Zero kind of absentmindedly puts out his hands and takes them and might be like playing with them in his hands, but like looking at those, and it might be like 2 sentences in before Zero like looks up at
Noller.
And realizes he's being talked to.
Are you okay?
I will be okay. I've not had to fight so hard before, and we keep failing. And then there's these, and it's clink, 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 clink in his hand as he points to the cards.
You feel we failed?
We didn't destroy the bastard.
No, not. Perhaps not today, but we're still alive. Well, I'm still alive. I'm not sure how it works for everyone else, but I do know that we do have the chance to keep the hunt on, if you want to look at it that way. We're still able to keep on, and even if we fought really hard, we still had more fight to give. You too. I didn't know you could do some of the things I saw there. You never had to fight something really strong.
Not without the grace of the Raven Queen by my side. It's very quiet here without her.
I hate to be insensitive, Zero, but I did tell you from the start that this was not going to be easy task. In fact, I told you it was going to be near impossible task. You decided to come anyway.
Very pessimistic, personality about that, Svetlana. He did try his best.
It's not pessimism, it's about knowing your enemy, and I know our enemy better than anyone in this group.
Perhaps you do, and I don't question that. But you still are the one most prone to rush forward before anything else.
Well, that's because I know that I'm the only one who can defeat him in the end.
Well, then why are we all here then? I wonder why.
Because the Raven Queen sent me.
I mean, honestly, I've been asking that question since you guys got here, but you
You have
know.
a ship. I mean, I'd rather not walk.
That is valid point. That is a very valid point. I would rather not walk too. However, I can fly, so I guess really I don't even need your ship.
I can sleep on the ship. Ship's good. You're good too, Crow. You're good too. We like you too, but also ship.
Who's Crow?
Oh,
Nice.
sorry.
I was waiting for the call out.
We like you too, Nola.
No matter who can defeat this vampire or not, we're not gonna be able to do it alone. I'm pretty sure we still have to figure out other ways to do it.
Oh, that's why we have Juan.
Well, that's true. By the way, Juan, where is it that
stops his song and sort of ways? Yes.
Where did you get that? How long have you had that for?
The pipe. I've had these pan flute.
No. You know what we're talking about.
Oh, and he reaches into his cloak and he very gently pulls out this tuning fork. It's relatively small. It's maybe 4 inches. It's a standard looking tuning fork. And he says, well, I stole it. I've had it for a while.
Big surprise.
Thanks. There was a traveler, a seemingly very dangerous one, and when he came into my village many years ago, he was met with some resistance, and I saw this and was able to take it out of his pocket while he was involved in a melee. I did not know what it was at the time. And when I went to ring it, well, found myself, I mean, not here, but here, and sort of gestures broadly to suggest that this tuning fork offers a planar shift, which drops you in some random point in Ravenloft.
So you did not come here intentionally?
I mean, I came here intentionally, but
No.
I didn't come here intentionally.
Oh, wait, so where did you first end up? So did you end up in the Citadel after ringing the fork, or did you just end up in this land?
I was just in a forest. I don't think that it is tethered to a specific location. I think it just
How has he survived so long?
Oh, I'm pretty crafty.
What do you do?
Oh yeah, what is your deal?
Well, I mean, I just go around and I learn. Honestly, I'm a consummate traveler, and I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, one might say. And he smiles jovially.
Nobody smiles back at him.
Do you have a family? Do you have people back where you came from?
He as you ask that question, he obviously looks a little uncomfortable. I um I don't know anymore. Ah, the last I was there, oh, none of this was silver.
How long have you been here?
In the mists, I've been
In the mist.
I mean, he scratches his head. Probably 15 or so years. It's days just sort of blur together. I every once in a while there's a mirror or a puddle, and I uh, see my reflection. It's not the man I used to be, and in a lot of ways, not the man I thought I'd ever be.
Where are you actually from?
Um, I'm from a town called Devonshire.
That sounds boring.
I think that in this moment,
Actually hit the nail on the head.
I think that in this moment, anyone who's actually like paying attention sees a hint of emotionalness coming to Svetlana's face, but she very quickly distracts herself and is like, has anyone else noticed that we are trapped in this room right now? Is no one concerned about that? I mean, granted, this treasure is all very nice. It's all very nice, but I do not see an exit to this room right now.
Well, he's
Well,
putting forward.
well,
So.
there
Yeah,
is
no, Zero's right. It's right there.
there are two things here. First, apparently there's one person here that knows the most about his cult, and we're speaking
Hello.
to him. And there is also another option. There's Zero as well. I think he could move past the door probably if he wanted. Maybe we can work with that. Hopefully better than last time. But anyways, John, do you know how to possibly get out of here?
Well, I mean, the idea for the vault was that the people would come in, and then whatever forces were advancing would be repelled, and then uh, whoever was left would come down and open the door and let the king and, well, any sort of gestures towards the fallen bodies and skeletons around this room would then be able to leave. So, yes, the far side of the door is how it's supposed to be opened. That's not to say that some very powerful people couldn't break it down from this side. I'm was never planning on being stuck inside the vault. You see.
Oh well, that's easy because Zero can walk through walls, so he just go to other side and open door back up. Okay, I'm a lot less stressed out now that I know that there is a way out.
Mr. Zero, you can disincorporate things you're carrying, right? And he sort of looks at you quizzically. Excellent. Excellent. Have you ever used one of these? And he pulls out a brown leather roll and unstraps a thin piece of leather and rolls out a lockpick set.
No.
Okay.
Couldn't he just use the keys that we used to get in?
There. I guess there. Well, he could. And you see Giovanni opens up a bag and starts to rummage around. And he goes, "Oh, that would," and he produces the ring of keys from around the golem's neck. Uh,
Perfect.
that's right. Ha, ha, way to save the day there, Noller. And he hands over that set of keys and begins to, uh, almost ashamed, roll up his lockpick set and wrap it up and tuck it away.
Would you ever teach me how to use those?
Oh,
The
lockpicks?
keys?
The lockpick. Thank you, though, Zero.
Sure. It's actually deceptively easy. If you knew how easy it was to unlock locks, you would never trust a lock again in your life.
Disconcerting. But yes, I would like to learn.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. And he's actually going to take a second. He has a very sturdy looking padlock. And you see him grab a little piece of metal and slip it into the lock. And he doesn't even unravel the lockpick set. He just sort of reaches in and picks out a single lockpick. And he goes, "See, look." And he slips it into the lock. And as soon as it hits the deep end of that lock, the piece of metal he's holding tension on shifts and the bottom of the lock drops away.
Was it made by Master Lock?
I guess. I don't know why they could use such a name because those guys don't know shit about locks.
Yes, so I've heard and seen multiple times. But that was wonderful. Yes, I'd love to learn how to use these from you over time.
Great. Great. I'd be glad to show you. And yeah, he seems a little very enthusiastic about the opportunity.
Does that mean then, darling, that you are going to be staying with us for a while?
I mean, as long as it makes sense, right?
The way you pyramided your hands.
Yeah, yeah, like.
I don't know. It just you seemed really unsure, and there's a couple times there that I thought you left us. And look, I have abandonment issues. I'm not going to lie.
From who's his face?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
Exactly right. And so I just don't want to get necessarily attached if you're going to just leave.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to have at least some companions. It's a little tedious doing everything by one's self. I mean, yes, I would enjoy that very much. I don't think that I'm quite as either deadly or resilient as you and your compatriots, though it's a little disconcerting to think about having to.
That's okay. Really, the only thing Nolan is good for is his ship, so you guys can be in the same category together.
He looks over at.
Excuse you.
Yeah, he looks over at Nolan and wrinkles
You might
his
want to keep
brow.
your voice down when you say things like that.
I did see him literally channel lightning so powerful that each one of you were empowered by it. I mean, that's that's a lot more than I do on any given day.
Do not worry, John. I'm very sure once we get back to the ship, we'll find more than anything. You'll be very useful. You'll probably be the best guy we can get besides this one. And I'll promise you, we'll make sure you are more than just her blood bag.
Oh yeah. And his sort of
See, I knew that this is what that was about. You just won't let me try your blood, and that is why there is so much tension and conflict here, Noller. How can I trust you if I don't know what you taste like, is all I'm saying.
You know how wrong that can be taken.
Zero. Yeah, maybe now's as good a time as ever.
While I understand that we would all like to leave here, what is beyond this door now is unknown, and I feel we are all weaker than what we should be. Maybe we should just rest here for now, where it's safe.
Yeah. Well, your guy here's got quite a good idea. Anyone for a lullaby? And he holds up his pan flute again.
I could distress for a second. Probably even meditate on all this. It's been a crazy day.
I want to take a look at something.
Is it worth it to immediately burn a second level spell just to cast Zone of Truth and make him admit he had a boner?
First, do you have a second?
Like before we
do you
take the
have
long
a
rest.
second? I was about to say, do you have a second level spell slot you can burn before you take the rest, or are you gonna do it? Okay.
So then no, it's not. It's 100% not worth it unless you're literally just using it because we're about to rest.
For the story, for the RP, for the flavor.
I think we all already know that he had a boner.
Making him say it. That's the power. That's where it lies. Oh, tower.
It's a dice tree.
Nice.
It's a dice tree.
Let's smack it over.
I made it disappear.
Amazing.
Magical girl Ativa.
Pretty magical.
As each of you hear Jawan begin to play his song on the flute or his pan flute, you do begin to feel somewhat at ease, and as time passes, he sort of just plays on and on and on. And eventually he puts his pan flute down and falls asleep. And time passes without any real notation. It is eerily quiet here, except for the errant rat that stumbles into this room and stumbles back out. You are unmolested and are able to get a long rest with ease.
The long rest had special rules, right, for long and short rests?
And that is that you will need to actually keep track of those hit dice that you have spent to bring your HP back up, and each long rest you will recover half, which is not technically special rules. They are just the rules as written.
Because, yeah, that means we have to uncheck the box that says automatically do all, right? Hit points?
Yeah.
Okay.
That being said,
that box is asking if you want to automatically reset your.
Oh yeah, if you had some bonus to your hit points or something like that.
Yeah, like gas or something.
Yeah, so essentially what'll happen is you'll get all of your hit points back, and then you'll just get half of whatever hit dice you used from a short rest back.
D&D Beyond.
Okay.
But that being said, Juwan is, although I don't think it will make a difference in this case, he is doing what was it called? Song of Rest, which would usually give you an extra D6 bonus to a short rest. So add 1d6 of hit dice back if you have a d6. If not, then just add, let me roll for it. Add 6 temporary hit points.
So Hadley, upon waking, I'm going to pull out Farfold and to pet it and stroke it and whisper little things to it.
Okay.
And I rolled my dice, and I rolled a Fey creature of CR6, and so I am summoning an Annis Hag.
Ooh.
Named Cleo.
Ooh.
Oh no, are we related?
What does this process look like? What does everyone else see as this happens?
You know, she's in the corner like the little goth band kid, you know, by herself, like sitting Indian style, like with this thing in her hands. And I think that she's off in the corner, like looking at the corner, like doing this ritual in secret. And then she's kind of like looking at it, waiting for something to happen directly in front of her. When, you know, everyone else just sees like dust swirling in a spiral, like a helix coming up in the center of the room, as this creature like shrieks itself into existence, as if its summoning is a painful process. And you turn around, there's a 7 foot tall Annis Hag standing there.
As you do that, the rest of you see Juwan jump to his feet, produce sword and rapier as if he were trained for it, and then check his footing. As he does, he looks to the rest of you expectantly.
I think I would also be pretty, if we're getting woken up this way, I would also be pretty startled and jump up with my claws and fangs out, and then see Adele in the corner with her notebook and just be like, and tap Juwan's shoulder. Really, Adele, you couldn't have had a more soothing alarm clock for us? You couldn't have woken us up with some breakfast, maybe?
Wait, that's you brought
with everyone's alarm, with everyone's alarm and jumping to, Adele jumps up, turns around, and hello, my pretties, I am Cleo, is what you hear come out of this creature. She says replies to Sveti, well, I'm sure she could make you some breakfast, and with a wry smirk, but I don't think you'd want to eat it. And she gives a low bow to Cleo, who kind of like, no. You hear something snap.
Freaking.
Yeah. She cackles, just like, Annis Hags are among the most hideous of hags, right? There's shit growing off of their heads and like moles the size of baseballs and stuff like that.
Cleo, you wouldn't happen to have any dream pasties in your pockets, would you?
Did my sisters leave me? There's like a spider in her pocket and she eats it. She's like,
Zero.
Come.
If you can go and open the door, maybe now's a good time.
You really should try some dream pasties sometimes. They actually make you feel quite fantastic. Just don't ever ask what they're made out of.
Zero looks to the party to make sure that they are up and actually ready.
Oh, but they're made of sugar and spice and everything nice.
I guess we don't need a deception check on that. Juwan straightens his tunic and his chain shirt underneath, and he looks down and he grabs a helm from one of the fallen soldiers, and sort of shakes, dusts the hair and whatnot out of it, and he puts it on, and you see him go to put the leather strap under his chin, and the leather just deteriorates and falls apart. And he goes, "I'll get that fixed," and then just sort of yanks the other side of the leather off, and he looks with a little bit of fear and a little bit of disgust towards Cleo, and only slightly less of each for Adele, and then goes over and sort of just like checks that everyone's here that's supposed to be here still. And is everybody ready to make their way from the vault of Gardazi?
Yep.
Well, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
Everyone has what they need. Everyone has what they took. Does anyone need help and anything?
I look longingly back at the money.
Yeah, there's still definitely a big pile of coins that you guys,
How much platinum we can't carry.
yeah, would not be able to carry out of here.
We need more bags of holding. We will be back. I write just in the ground, just don't touch or I'll fucking kill you. And
I
can
do.
sign
I
underneath
do.
it.
I have a bag of holding, you know.
It can't hold all of it.
I guess you're right.
I want all of it.
Do you, first, quick question, do you have anything in that bag of holding right
I do.
now? Okay.
Could we by chance have her quickly run over to the pile of gear and like randomly find an uncommon and just like see what she ends up getting? If I can hand Cleo a random uncommon.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
Okay. Cleo, grab something before we leave. That is a 6, like 0-6, I guess. Okay.
Okay. Bear with me just a second here. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And roll me a D10, would you?
That rolled a 5.
Okay. 5. Okay. Great. As you see Cleo reach into this sort of somewhat broken crate, first you get a really uncomfortable show as she's bent over into the crate. Second, talk about weird growths. You see her as she comes back up. She's holding, boy howdy. Let's just see if I got something about yay big. And it looks to be a piece of parchment that is like wrapped around a ebony scroll.
Ooh. Is this spell scroll?
It is a spell scroll. And bear with me just a moment. And I'll see if we can't find out.
She casts it on us.
What an awesome... She is friendly to me and my party for 24 hours.
But 24.0001. Look out.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Oh,
So nominally, she is meant to desummon in 24 hours, but I imagine Hadley could have more fun if they don't. They just stop being friendly.
We could roll for that, but
It is a chaotic piece of flesh from a dead god in the far realm, so you never know.
boy, howdy. Oh, there's some real fun stuff here. I don't think I'm going to tell you what this is.
So she is a fae. I guess that's up her alley. It's not expressly hostile to not tell me what it is.
Yeah.
We're not keen on other people knowing our business.
And yeah, she's going to sort of palm that and then hold on to it greedily. But I will make a note of that, and should the time arise.
Okay. Oh, it will arise. Like Juon, it will arise.
Yeah, right. Great. Nice.
Or you just gave a hag a weapon.
Uh, do, 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 do. Great.
Discovering the D&D Beyond extras area for summoning is really useful. So now she's in there.
Dope. Magnificent. She sort of clutches a hold of that, and she looks very pleased with herself. And Jawan slowly starts to scoot away from where she is now, and starts making his way towards the door and looking expectantly at Zero.
Looks like we're ready. And Zero will make his way to and through the door.
As you are stepping through the door, Jawan sort of reaches out, and you hear him whisper, "Thank you for this."
When Zero gets to the other side of the door, he's puzzled why Juwan would be thanking him for going through and opening the door, besides the normal. We're opening the door to get everyone out.
Sure.
So I think that would equate to a couple more seconds, maybe an insight roll.
Sure.
That'll be a 19.
You think maybe Jawan's just a nice guy?
Okay.
He was just expressing his gratitude even before you did a thing.
Nice person? I know that in D&D. Everybody's got an ulterior motive. What's he hiding?
Well, that it would also be weird just to Zero, because most people, when it's time for death to come and take them, would rather go down fighting than go peacefully.
Sure. Fools.
So, yeah, going
Death
through the
comes
door,
regardless.
it's thinking about that for a second, then looking around to make sure that it's safe out here. So
Yeah,
probably,
as you look around, you see the pile of rubble that was once a golem. You see a couple of ever burning sconces on the wall. You do hear some very angry grumbles from the corridor of cavernous prison cells. But besides that, seemingly peaceful.
okay. So that little bit of extra time where everyone's wondering if he's going to even open the door yet or not. And finally put in the key, try it. Two keys. And I can't reach them, right? It's
Yeah.
2 people have to do this. Okay. Looking at the door. Oh, I don't think I
Bloody
have.
hell, what's taking him so long?
Yeah. As you say that, Jawan goes, "Oh shit! Remember, it took 2. You had to
2 keys.
with the one door and to get the."
Oh shit. Oh god, he's gonna be on the other side trying to figure that out for hours.
No.
Zero.
Zero. Zero, can you hear us? Zero.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Good reference. Good poll. That's my favorite. And Zero, the answer to that question is no.
No.
Oh fuck. I should have given him a tooth.
Oh no.
Does the door have anything that I can see to the other side, like a keyhole or anything?
No. This side of the door is smooth and stone.
Can we bang really loudly on it?
No. I mean, you can, but Zero won't hear.
What
And
about
if
the
I did, it would be one of those like, I know. I'm trying to figure this out.
What about the hinges?
They are recessed within the wall.
But they did such a good job when they were building this place. God damn them.
Yeah.
Beautifully recessed. Damn it.
2 keys to outside. 2.
Well, if I can't see anything, I can't teleport anywhere, so I can do big lifts if we need that. I'm a beefy little bitch.
Wait. You have seen the other side of the door, though. You can't teleport even though you've already seen the other side of the door.
I don't think that's how my one works.
Double check, but I do think I think Xander, you're right. You a point you see.
Yeah, I have to be able to see it actively.
Yeah.
There's no dead bodies nearby, right?
There is only the
Or skeletons or anything like that?
crumbled
Yours.
golem. There's a whole bunch of prison cells. You want to go try and make a friend and...
Oh, okay then.
Just saying.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to go and I do have permission to say hello. That's right. So we will fly out of there
God damn it, I did.
as fast as possible to the nearest prison cell.
Okay. As you roll up to the nearest prison cell, roll me.
I love Zero.
Yeah, roll me let's just call it investigation.
Okay. 12.
As you go to the first cage and say hello, there's no response. But there is the smell of ancient decay, which you are familiar with, and realize that whoever was behind door number 1 probably died a long time ago.
Oh. Okay, so we'll open the door.
Okay.
And we will go inside.
Okay.
And I am going to. Do I see a body of sorts? A bit of skeleton bones?
It looks more like the gelatinous, soapy remains of a body, which has decomposed without anything consuming it. It does look like it probably was human.
What I'm looking for is the ability to animate dead. Is it enough?
There are still skeletal remains.
Okay, then that should be enough. We will cast animate dead on this creature,
Beautiful.
this bones.
As you do, you hear them sort of slurp together, and you see the jawbone sort of rattle upwards and click back into place. And as it does, this thing looks at its wet, black, bony hands and arms, and there's just the thinnest, sparse draping of what was once clothing that hasn't decomposed. And this thing begins to sort of look around, and as it stands up, just all of the tissue that used to cling to this structure, bone, begins to drip and fall off of it and splat on the ground. And once it stands up, it's about uh, just a little under 6 feet tall, and for lacking a face, it certainly is looking around quizzically.
Hi, hi, hi. I'm
It
Zero,
moves its jaw as if it's responding to you.
and I know this is a little strange, but I am in need of your assistance to open a door, and I unfortunately must use the remains of your body to do so. Would you please come and help me?
It looks at its remains, and it looks over your shoulder towards the already opened door, and it cocks its head, and it shrugs, and stands at relaxed attention.
Okay. Okay, come with me then. And takes off.
As you
Heading
take
towards the
off,
door.
it slowly sort of lumbers forward, dragging a belt and some goo soaked canvas, which was obviously its previous clothes. And as it comes around the corner into that open room, you can see it just sort of like slowly towards you.
And I just smile at it and wait patiently as
Okay.
it slowly comes.
Yeah, you can see it dragging this sort of black trail, snail trail of entrails, and it stops behind you, and again sort of looks quizzically at the doors before you.
So this key goes in that hole, and I'll use this key on this hole, and then we got the door. Okay?
It nods.
Okay. Ready, steady, go.
It takes the key and struggles to put it in the hole.
You can do it. It's a really good job. I know it's been a long time since you've been up.
Open the fucking door!
You don't hear that. And it looks at you, and then just sort
Just
of
like this.
leans forward. Like when it stopped focusing on the work, it just sort of happened naturally. And it just stops once the key's in,
Okay, now turn like this. Boop.
and it turns as you say, like this. And you hear coming from as the doors begin to creak open, "Open the fucking door!" From Narasine.
Oh, Zero! Oh my god, hey, you did it. Oh my god.
I made a friend. His name is, or her name. I don't.
Made them this time.
Roll me a nature check, please, Zero.
Oh, a natural 20.
You do think that this was probably a woman. And the bone structure, as more of this ichor drips off of them, you're like, that's a big lady.
I am used to seeing some big ladies.
Same.
This is she is very lovely. She came to help us.
And the skeleton sort of waves. And as Jawan comes out behind Narasine, he turns and
Yeah, I did the same thing.
all right.
That could have been you, darling, had we not come around. Just saying.
Or if you hadn't been so nice.
I have been very grateful for you all coming to my aid.
Before we exit the room, Adele looks at the new skeleton and says, "Yay, new friends!" And then turns and looks at Cleo and says, "Oh, hun, wardrobe change." And she starts doing like a little jig, and you see this weird mimicry happening in Cleo as she's doing this jig that looks like that thing like that Pennywise does when like his legs move with like really weird, creepy, fast motion.
Oh, yeah.
And she casts disguise self on herself, the hag.
Yep.
And she tries to make herself look like child version of Adele, but the problem is that she's 7 feet tall, and disguise self can only alter your height by plus or minus 1 foot.
Yeah.
So as she compresses down towards like 6 feet, you hear this mechanical groaning, like something trying to get smaller.
Like a hydraulic press string.
Yeah. You're trying to crush a block of lead or something.
I love her.
And so she's like an awkwardly proportioned 6'13"
Wait, is Adele currently in 13-year-old form right now?
No, Adele is in like 28-year-old, adult.
But she just always talks like she's 13.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not always, but like she's got weird, it's almost like imagine that her visual self and her internal self are not always aligned.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Should I
Happens
have
very
something
frequently when trauma happens to people when they're young and sort of just like stay that way forever.
Baby voice? Yeah, it's creepy, but it happens.
Anyways, glad to know that we're all making new friends. But we do, last question again. Everyone is carrying what they want before we go out of here?
Oh yeah, should we make the extra hands we've just made carry more of the gold?
I will honestly just suggest that every one of us just works together to put everything we can in a single box that there is in there and just
But I don't know about that.
pull it along, maybe.
I was going to say, if you hand the hag 10,000 gold, I have a feeling you're never going to see it again.
There's enough that she could take it and you guys would never fucking care. Also, this, bear with me just a second. I want to just double check this. Strength score multiplied by 15. Just a little bit of math there.
I'm sorry, wait, what? Strength score multiplied by how much?
Your carrying capacity.
Yeah, it's strength times 15 is your carrying capacity.
Oh, by 15. Oh, okay. I thought you were just multiplying their strength by 15. I was like, what? What's happening?
My character sheet currently says that I'm carrying too much, like on my new character sheet, so I have to figure that out.
Just saying. The skeleton could potentially carry 120 pounds of coins, which is approximately 60,000 gold.
It would be such a big help, Zero.
We'll call it 50.
She's having such a hard time
50,000.
not just.
in mixed coin.
The hat can carry 315 pounds.
Jesus.
I'm just saying, we put everything in a box and we all work together. The box will weigh basically nothing.
Well, no, but if we can just carry it regularly and not be encumbered ourselves.
I mean, more hands makes light work, right?
Exactly.
Very well, if you insist.
It's just really hard to comprehend this desire for.
I'm pretty
Yes.
happy with the amount of gold that I have, Nirasin. I don't understand why you need more.
Shiny rocks.
I look over at the hag and I'm like, Faye to Faye. Like, I mean, are you feeling my vibe right now? I feel like.
I tell Cleo she's welcome to pocket as much from the hoard as she wants. Feels like carrying. Consider it her payment for her service, and hopefully she can take it with her when she bamfs out or whatever.
Not if I steal that shit before it happens.
Not to
Just make
break
the
anybody's
richest hag in the
hearts,
world.
but spoiler alert. No. That being said, roll me a d20 for Cleo, would you?
Uh, 18.
She is going to take 18,000 gold worth of mixed platinum and gold.
Nice.
And the skeleton is going to pick up a chest, and they're going to carry 40,000.
And we're just leaving right away, right?
That's the plan.
Cool. I summon. I summon Shadow Spawn. No, I summon Faye.
Okay.
Summon a Faye to carry more gold.
Okay. What kind of Fae do you get? It's
Oh
a
my
pixie.
goodness.
It's a pixie, and they get
Like,
5
Don't
gold.
judge me. Don't judge me.
what are you even going to do with all this gold, Nirasin?
That's a thought for later. That's a thought for later. These are non-working.
Oh my
The
goodness.
13, so plus 1. So we'll be able to carry 10. It just says a Fey Spirit.
It has
Fey Spirit stat block.
It has stats in the stat block. Okay.
It's just a small Fey. Like me. But nowhere as strong. We're coming for this. You put that much gold in front of me, we're gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna use it on. If I have to make a gun that shoots gold pieces, we're gonna find a way to use this gold.
It has a strength of 13.
Yeah.
You would be willing to sacrifice your gold to shoot it at things?
Depends how hard the gold hits.
Are we?
Hey, a pitch is a pitch.
Are we going then?
Yes, I will have her scoop up 13, so it'll be plus
we
1 times
remember-
10, so 10.
Do we remember how to get out of here?
Let's start by going up the stairs. There's a lot of stairs, so this will take a while.
Okay, because I don't remember ever coming down here. In fact, I just remember going towards the blue ball of light, and then boom, I was in a jail cell.
Yes, you did that. Thanks for reminding. Now, it was those stairs, right?
I believe so. I don't.
Yeah, as you guys make your way across this domed room, you see the ruined floor, and going up that slope to the right, you see a doorway, and that's not the door you came in. And then farther down the hall is the door you came in.
That one. Let's go and follow that one and continue upstairs.
We're all just following.
I'm just following everyone else. I don't know where I am. Also, do I still feel? I still feel normal. I feel like myself right now. Nothing weird is happening to me.
What's your passive perception?
That is a very good question.
What's everybody's passive perception?
22.
Wait, well, that's a good question, but also I'm looking at new character sheet. So should I be looking at old character sheet?
What's the
16.
16? Okay. What's your
19 for 0.
19? Good. What is it on this Sveta sheet?
15.
Okay. Yeah, I think this happens as you guys are like walking up these stairs. It is seemingly interminable. You realize how deep you must be underground for you to have to walk up so many goddamn stairs. I should be giving you levels of exhaustion. You're going up that many steps. But somewhere along the lines, Svetlana, you reach up, and as you reach up, Narison, you see her hand go to her chest, and both of you realize, like almost at the same moment, that the necklace that Svetlana was wearing is no longer there.
Sveti, darling, you're missing something.
That bastard! That bastard! He took it back. No, he can't have taken it back. I start searching like every single pocket and crevice that is on my person.
Yeah. No.
Well, I'm going to I'm going to get very upset at this fact. I'm very angry right now.
I offer her a gold
understandable. Yeah, it's an egg in these trying times.
I slap the gold piece out of your hand, and you can just see the fury in my eyes.
It hits the wall, and then just starts fucking bouncing down the stairs.
Just dead silence too.
Yeah, just like ting 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 ting. Like just when you think it's gonna stop, it starts speeding up again. Ting 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 ting.
Let's get to the shift first. Until then, let's continue.
All right,
No,
please.
you don't understand, Noller, okay? This might not be big deal for you. This is very big deal. He cannot have taken the necklace back.
Oh, then that means you must have left it behind, right?
She didn't take it off.
I think at that comment, Svetlana would pause and like look back down the hallways.
It is a long way. You guys have probably come up 20 odd stories.
No, it was definitely around my neck.
It has taken a long time because the first couple of stories weren't so bad. But you guys are also carrying an insane amount of coinage on you. So all of you are not like at the edge of your encumbrance, but you're definitely laden.
So like more than an hour, you'd say?
I'd say less than an hour.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
My Fae only has an hour time limit.
Yeah.
I feel like this would make me become enraged.
Oh god. Rage outside. Let's move. Move quicker.
Lovely. What does it look like when that happens, Sveta?
Oh no. Barbarian now. What now?
Well, I would definitely be transforming into my hybrid form. So my snout would be getting a little longer, my teeth a lot sharper, my claws a lot longer. I am starting to like bang on the walls randomly and just getting really mad and looking at everybody in the group like they are snack. and I'm going to be panting very hard, and there's like sweat and saliva dripping from my face. It's not pretty.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
From who?
From Svetlana.
Fuck. 6.
I think as we see you sort of like lash out, and your claws drag across the stone in this spiral staircase, you hear a chord being
No.
played on
Oh.
a pan flute.
Oh, tell me.
And as you hear that, your head shakes, and we see your eyes begin to flutter. And as this music continues to echo up and down this corridor, we see you start to lose that rage. And as you do, we see your legs start to buckle. And as that music comes to a stop, still echoing up and down these stairs, you are back. And you
What just happened?
Was that Sandstorm by Darude?
yeah,
What?
I picked that up a long time ago. It's one of my favorites. No, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and Jawan is beside you, and he says, are you okay? That must have been really upsetting."
Duh, it was. Are you okay? Is everyone okay?
He just
Um,
started getting real low to her.
she's looking around, really confused. I don't know what just happened.
You had a moment, mostly due to losing that necklace. Although I do remember that that necklace was hurting you and you could not take it off. Why was it
Duh,
so important?
because that was the necklace of the love of his life. That is why that necklace gave me power over him. That's why it doesn't matter that it hurt me. And I start like hyperventilating again, just like, no, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I have had moments, Noller. You have seen me have moments, okay? Has anything like that ever happened in one of my moments? No, I don't think so.
Does that mean you have less control over your more primal self?
I don't know. I feel very strange. I feel very confused. I think we need to get back to the ship.
Yes, sir.
Svetlana, is there perhaps maybe a chance that somehow you've absorbed this necklace then?
Roll me an Arcana check, both of you.
Both me and Zero.
Yeah.
9. I'm not speaking German. I got a 9.
You might as well be speaking German.
Might as well.
Was it mighty?
Ooh.
All right, take disadvantage on your next
No.
disinspiration.
I had advantage. Got 10 on the first roll, 12 on the second.
Yeah, you're pretty sure no, but you don't know. You don't know. Maybe Zero knows something you don't.
I don't. I did. If I did, I didn't know that was possible. That's never really even crossed my mind. Why would? How could I? My head hurts.
people in the airport thinking she's got COVID symptoms.
Yeah. I wish that was actually funny.
It's not.
Yeah.
Not really.
And yet here we are.
And
all
here we are
about
laughing
it.
very uncomfortably.
Look,
Kaylee?
look. Perhaps we can figure this out. On the ship, you know. I don't know. I have to. I'm just gonna have to. I don't know. And she just starts continues to walk up the stairs.
During this entire exchange, the skeleton has continued to proceed upward, and it doesn't take very long for you to catch up with them, but they seem to just be systematically step, 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 carrying this very nice chest laden with gold and platinum.
So then how much further do we have to go then?
Roll me survival checks.
Survival checks. So everyone?
Anyone who wants to know how long this is going to take?
A 22. 19 plus 3.
11.
Adele, what'd you get?
19.
Oh, 19.
14.
14. Okay. Yeah, so I think, Svetlana, as you look up and hear this question asked, you see what looks like a landing up ahead. Very encouraging. And as you sort of rush forward towards it, Narasine, you realize that this is the doorway to the hall that was sort of a T intersection from the bricked off dining room and that little secret passageway which led to these stairwells.
Oh, we're near where we killed that fucking beholder.
Means that we still have more to go. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a long day.
And as the rest of you make your way up, you can see that door still ajar from you coming down. And as you walk into that corridor, you see just sort of an open space. And I imagine Narasine, your sword is probably illuminated by now, probably the major source of light.
Yeah, I would still just be holding it out, you know.
Okay. And as you look down the corridor, you see rats scurry away.
Good.
And
Just to help everyone's spirits out, by the time we reach the ship, all of this will be done.
You know, he's not wrong.
there is certainly something to be said for the factual nature of that statement. And
Like what?
that when we
Elaborate.
when you get to the ship, that we'll be done. We won't be doing this anymore. Hey, have you ever heard why is everything you're looking for in the last place you look for it?
Because it's the last place you look for it.
Yeah, see, yeah, Noller gets it,
Oh shit.
right? Because you don't keep looking once you've found the thing.
So if I did keep looking, though, it wouldn't be in the last place I looked.
Right, but
No, because
you don't because you found it, right? I mean, you would
exactly.
in the future you would simply defy logic, which I can certainly see you doing, and but otherwise.
So what about those times when people keep searching for what's in their hand?
Look, my mother always told me that usually the things that we lose have a way of finding us. Why do I remember that? Why? Oh, flashback, flashback, flashback.
Don't make me. We don't have. You don't have time for that. As you make your way across this corridor, you hear the rustling of parchment and see that Juwan has pulled out a stack of papers that look like varying maps for different levels of this citadel. And he says, "Wow, we've got a long way to go and a short time to get there."
Short time?
Why are we on a time limit now, John?
Oh. No reason, but if anyone was enthusiastic about picking up the pace, now would be the time. And he rolls up those papers and puts them back in his bag and begins to take a big deep breath and starts to sort of mall walk up the stairs at this second set of
Noller
spiraling stairs.
begins to sprint next to him, and
Okay.
he questions him further. What is the reason we need to hurry?
I trot after as well.
Yeah, as the three of you are doing the nice mall walk up the stairs, Juwan says, "Well, I mean, it's just a legend that the vault is cursed." And he begins to just sort of like trot up the stairs.
You don't think you could have mentioned that before we took things from the vault?
Or before going into the vault?
It's fine. I'm
Also,
sure
what's
it's
the
not an
curse?
issue. It's look, seriously. I mean, it's
Tell us.
no. It's fine. Really, I promise.
I'll trip you.
No, please.
I'll do it.
I've
Joanne,
I've
the
had
curse.
cables.
I will let her trip you.
Joanne, what's the
Wow,
curse?
everybody. No, it's not. It's not. Come on. You guys don't actually believe in curses, do you?
Have you
I'm
look
going
at what
to-
you faced?
I'm a
Can I-
fae.
Can I intimidate him into telling us what the curse is?
You can certainly try.
A racial ability of mine is to curse people. Curses are very real.
Wait, you can actually curse people?
Yes.
Not only her, I can do that as well.
Wait, you can curse people?
I can shoot lightning, I can curse people, I can do other things as well. Do you want to find out what those are?
Not, I mean, eventually, but not as a first-person experience. Sveta, are you trying to intimidate me?
Just all up in his room.
No, I'm not. I'm not actually.
What did you roll?
4.
Yeah, I think we see as you start to like garner this rage to direct towards him, you falter, and something is scratching at your brain. And as you look back up, you see Juwan, and he's actually looking at you a bit concerned. And he's, are you okay?
Sveta?
I'm gonna just scoff a little, like, ugh, and say, "Go, gadget, bat wings," and my wings are going to activate, and I'm just gonna be flying above everybody at the same speed,
Okay.
trying to get out.
I still don't know where you heard that phrase.
Yeah,
I have weird dreams.
That's really
It doesn't matter where I heard the phrase. Okay.
Secretly, that's what Strahd says when he comes.
Actually, when he leaves, but still, I guess immediately after. As the five of you sort of try for information, Juwan says, "Okay, I think I mean, I don't know. There's supposed to be some horrible abomination that pursues you, but I mean, there was the thing with the eye, right? I don't know. Did you guys fight them?
Oh,
You
we
must
killed
have
it.
killed him because
Yeah.
his ghost came back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there you killed the big bad thing that it's not a
And
gross abomination.
we also killed the rat thing as well.
Yeah, you
The
see,
rat
you killed
thing.
another different abomination. You
Yeah.
killed a golem. I mean, come on, you guys probably took care of everything you need to worry about here.
Well, anyways, how much time? Do you know does it say anything about time, or are we just escaping?
Yeah, let's just not dawdle.
Very well, fine. Where once we go up the stairs, where are we going then? Because last time we just go on a spiral staircase and there was a lot of rats.
Oh, you guys stopped on the rat level. That's bad. Okay. No, we got to go up a little bit farther. He starts moving around. It doesn't take you guys very long to actually get back to the level
The exit
where
was up. I was right the first time.
there was the rat king, and he proceeds up a little bit farther, and as you make your way up, he you actually don't see a doorway. But Jawan is just sort of like dragging his hand along the wall, and suddenly he stops. I go, well, here we go. And he flips through a few pages, and he says, Narasine, could you bring that sword a little close? Not too close, just a little closer for the illumination purposes. Please.
Mm-hmm.
Please, Narasine. Don't make me beg.
Nursing, just do it.
Oh, all right. If I have to.
As you do, you can see that there's most of this wall is mortared, very stone and mortar. But as you look, you see there's sort of a half-inch wide hole where four bricks or three bricks come together, one over the other two. There we go. And you see Juan pull out a three-sided dagger, and he sort of pushes it into this hole and turns it. And as he does, the wall starts to recede and then swing open. And as it does, there's sort of a hiss, and there's this smell of just like mildew and mold that comes from in here. And Juwan says, "Yeah, don't worry, we're almost back to the surface."
Ugh, same. It's been forever since I showered.
Gross. Yeah, but like I said, let's make haste. And he moves into this darkened room, which begins to be illuminated as Narasine moves into the doorway. And you can see that this looks very much like a larder. And there's everything seems to have been decimated by rats. And as you move through, you do see a few of them now wiser for having come across your party, and do not attack you. And as Juwan makes his way across the room, he reaches up and grabs what looks like a rope, and pulls it, and then pushes upward, and you start to see this soft gray light beam into the room, and Juwan sort of shields his eyes for a second.
You really know the ins and outs here, buddy.
I've been here for months.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
My bad.
no time like the present to get out, right?
Let's go ahead. Let's see where we are.
As you make your way topside, each of you look out, and you look like you are in a scullery. You can see illumination from the outside through windowless openings. You can I don't know that it's sweet, fresh air, but it is certainly not as stale as what you've been breathing for the last day or so.
Is there a balcony or anything like that?
As you make your way past pots and pans and a big, huge hearth and cooking materials and stuff like that, you come around and you see a ballroom, long dining hall. And from there, you can actually see out, and you can see that it faces out from this sort of concave surround that the citadel is built in. So you can see out over the wall and out as far as the sea that you were flying over 2 days ago.
Very well. It's time to focus then. I will focus and, in a way, just focus, just close my eyes and call the ship in the sort of bond that we kind of have,
Yeah.
I presume.
Yeah. As you reach out, you can feel this faint, high-pitched hum.
Mm-hmm.
And from your left, you can see the ship starting to rise up. And as it starts to make its way towards you, you see a huge stone hand come swatting down.
Not another one.
And as this hand just narrowly misses the ship, you see another large stone hand, and it
No.
pulls this massive, like, boulder head of rock onto the scene, and it turns and eyelessly looks at you standing on that balcony, and that's where I'll leave you today.
Son of a bitch.
But our gold is okay, right?
So far,
Does my Fae make it onto the ship?
we'll find out
I just need them
next
to
week.
make it there before the hour gets up.
We'll see
So much loose gold to scoop up if they don't
how
make it to the
that
ship.
works.
Right
So
in front of
kudos and congratulations. Like I said, I knew this would be a little RP heavy this week, but you got a little bit of stuff laid out for you next week. Hopefully, we'll have a few more questions asked and answered, and slowly
fucking
make
rich
our
guy.
way to Barovia. So,
I can't wait to buy a town.
you could probably buy many towns
Oh, I plan on it.
if you,
Buying people off, the whole fun bit.
yeah.
The politics in this area are going to change drastically.
Should be interesting. Cool. Well, unfortunately, I must bid you all adieu and remind you, as always, to be good, take care of yourselves, and if you can't be good, don't get caught.
And if
Bye,
you do
everybody.
get caught, don't say shit.
Don't say shit. Don't talk to the fucking cops. Bye.
You don't know me. Bye.